On fire.
Got a whole lot of men that's ready to burn, so get those things. There's 1,000 pretty women
Waiting out there.
They're all living the devil making.
How do you make that?
Just a devil in despair.
Yo, everybody!
Welcome to Place Your Bet. I'm Tommy T here with my buddy Sal The Bookmaker. And it's Happy Thursday, everybody. We're back to that. Today's show is brought to you by Legal Shield, providing legal protection and peace of mind for less than $1 a day. Legal Shield can help with traffic tickets, texting and driving, DUI, court appearances, estate planning, and even contracts given to you that you just don't understand. Plus a whole lot more. Call Legal Shield right now at 213-245-1305. That's 213-245-1305. Again, 213-245-1305. Or visit them online at nocourt.us.
Yes! Attaboy.
Okay.
Hey, turn that volume up just a little bit, would you?
Volume up a little bit. And
There you go.
before we do anything, I have to do this. I have to start the show today with this one. I have to. The Lakers went into Boston and beat the Celtics, and now that's the greatest rivalry in NBA history. And no matter where these teams are in the current standings, it's always the biggest game of the year. I guarantee you the Celtics want to beat the Lakers. The Celtics fans, they want to beat the Lakers, even when the Lakers
that never goes away.
That never goes away. They hate each other.
And decades later, it doesn't matter.
They
It's still
hate
there.
each other. It's the game that you never want to miss. And when you think back to the great Lakers Celtics
It's
teams
like
of the
Bears
80s,
Packers.
yeah, I mean, I've never been in the Midwest, so I don't really get the feel of that one like you do. I mean, you grew up with that one.
Well, that goes back to 100 years ago.
Yeah, that's since way before the NFL.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know what the league was called then. But I do know that back in the 80s when Larry Bird and Magic were on the teams and they met in the finals 3 times, of course they only played twice a year. So those 2 games of the year every time in the 80s.
That's just like
they were
Yankees
the
Red
Super
Sox.
Bowls.
Yankees Red Sox, same thing.
Yeah, but they play 19.
Dodgers Giants.
They play 19 times a year. The Dodgers Giants.
But you know what I love about that one is that rivalry went from the East Coast to the West Coast. I love the fact that actually happened.
Fantastic. I know. I love it too.
Yeah.
So that's what happened today in the NBA. We actually had a good game. We actually just had a game. It was just about the game.
A game with no drama.
Yeah, it
How about
wasn't
a round of applause for that?
Yeah, because it was 2 teams playing their hearts out. The Lakers fell behind by 18 points early on. They fell behind by 18 points, and they scored 42 points in the third quarter to take the lead. And of course, the Celtics
Didn't they lose by 42?
They lost by 42 the other night, and they should have lost by 40 tonight. They were down by 18. It looked like they were dead in the water. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened at halftime. Well, they actually cut it down to 9 at half, but the second half, they won the second half. The Celtics, they're loaded. Everyone's healthy on their team right now. They have Kyrie playing at the top of his game. He looks to me like a young Walt Frazier. This guy's amazing without the defense. The guy's amazing. And they got Gordon Hayward who's coming around. He had a pretty good game last game. So the Celtics are healthy.
Nice to see Hayward healthy again.
Yeah, of course.
It's a very different club with him healthy.
His season lasted 5 minutes last year.
I know.
It was terrible. And he's coming back. That kind of injury seems like it would take a while. 1 year, I don't think, is enough. So I was happy to just have a game because we have to talk about the nonsense, because the nonsense is actually leading the league right now.
It is.
NBA.
It is. Oh, and also a big welcome to everybody listening in on iHeartRADIO and KSHP 1400 right here in Las Vegas, and all those people watching on Facebook Live. Oh, by the way, folks, let's open up the phone lines right away. 702-221-7283, 702-221-7283. Tommy's turning the phone around so I can see it. Yes. 702-221-7283. Hurry up, call in right now.
If loyal listener Luther is out there, give us a call, Luth. 702
It's being hidden by the
221-7283.
A little bit more. That way. There you go. Now I can see it. Okay, good. So now I can see if you're calling in. Call it right now. Hurry up.
So the Pelicans have decided, this is the quick headline that I saw on the way in tonight. The Pelicans have decided to play Davis for the rest of the season. I can't even believe that was actually
How is that a consideration?
It's so stupid.
It's the stupidest thing of all time.
So they were seriously considering like shutting him down because I guess right now he's just a trade commodity. He's basically a commodity, and they gave this BS a PR statement from Dell Demps, who I'm liking less and less as the days go by. I don't know who this Dell Demps is, but every time he speaks, I'm liking him less. He said we're trying to stay in line with the NBA principles and keep the integrity of the game or protect the integrity of the game. That's
Well, hasn't
I'm
that been flushed down the
paraphrasing.
toilet a long time ago?
I'm paraphrasing Del Demps, but if you have to say that you're out to protect the integrity of the game, that means the game's in trouble.
Right.
If you have to actually comment on it, who's thinking that the game is lacking integrity? You guys are the ones that are actually challenging the integrity of the game.
Well, the funny thing is the league needed a life preserver and not an anchor. Somebody threw it an anchor and sunk it even further.
So I think that was handled terribly.
Yeah.
The other thing is, everybody overreacts when one of these guys wants to trade. What's the big deal? I don't understand. Everyone acts like it's the first time this has happened. This has been happening for years in the NBA. These big guys want to trade. They want out. I don't understand why New Orleans gets so offended. The city of New Orleans is, oh my God, he doesn't want to play her. Big deal. He doesn't want to play there. Just
Who
trade
cares?
him.
The Saints are the team in town anyway.
Well,
what the hell's the difference?
The other thing is the franchise isn't going to stop. Just trade him. Get the best you can for him.
Right.
Now, I understand not wanting to trade him now. The deadline passed, so he's still on the team. I get that they don't want to trade him now. They don't want to jump the gun and trade him, from a panic state. I get it. Probably in the offseason's a better time. But everybody acting so insulted that this guy doesn't want to play there actually bores me.
Well, you know what? I tell you what. I did like the fact that Kevin Durant came out and said, you guys are the one that's talking about it. And I think Durant is right. Because the media has nothing better to do than to make life miserable and put these guys under a bigger microscope. Let these guys play basketball and let the front offices do what they got to do. These kids, because they are kids compared to us, these kids need to be out playing basketball, doing what they're doing, and just let the office do what they got to do. And just stop putting pressure on them for doing, you're going to sit out this game, you're going to sit out. Don't worry about that. I'm going to go play my game, and you go play your game in the front office. Don't bother me until it's time for me to pack up my locker and go somewhere else.
I agree. With everything you said. Only I want to jump to both sides of the fence on that. I listened in detail.
And I don't defend the players too much.
I know, but you're all about the actual message, what they're saying, and if it's coming from the heart. And I believe Kevin Durant. I believe everything he said, and I agree with him. But I have to see the media's point of view. I don't think a lot of it is mean-spirited. I think that's basically where their job is evolved.
But I think that they're driving the stake through the forehead a little bit more.
Well, yeah, they are. I mean, but they have to, first of all, they have to justify their paychecks, and the world has turned into TMZ. It's not a 30-mile zone. It's a 30 million mile zone.
Right.
So that's the way the NBA is right now. So what Durant was saying was true. He said that this guy Strauss comes in, doesn't talk to anybody, looks around, surveys the landscape, and then writes Durant wants to leave.
Right.
Now, I love it when Durant said, look, I don't know anything about the Knicks. I never talked about the Knicks.
Right.
You guys keep talking about the Knicks.
Yeah, they're just creating false stories. It's fake news.
Yeah,
Don't pay attention to it.
It's ridiculous. And some things that Durant did say, though, I say all the time. What does Durant do? He plays basketball. He plays hard. He plays it well.
Right.
He's worked on his craft
Leave him
and got
alone.
himself to that level. And I think of that about a lot of these guys. All these guys that are great players.
Right, stop distracting them and let them play the damn game.
Most of the time, they just play the game. Kevin Durant is still carrying the baggage around from leaving Oklahoma City and joining the team.
And he always will.
Joining the team that beat Oklahoma City seems to be the biggest problem that everybody had with that. I think if Durant went to any other team,
they would have in all the other sports all the time, though.
I know, but he actually joined the team that beat him the actual game before.
You can't beat them, join them.
Yeah, so
give a round of applause.
So
I think it's a great idea.
He's carrying baggage around.
I mean, look, it happens in the casinos here in Vegas all the time. The degenerate gamblers, they can't beat the casino. What do? They go work for the casino.
That's what you should do.
Right.
That's exactly what you should do. Listen, if you want to take a year of Gamblers Anonymous or work in the casino for 3 months, working in the casino for 3 months will cure you more than a year's worth of Gamblers Anonymous.
Right.
I don't mean to badmouth Gamblers Anonymous.
No, this is
You're
the
trying
real.
to do good things, but
Right.
but if you get on the other side of the game and you look at how little these guys win, how little the chances they have winning. And the other thing is, if you stay on a table for more than 20 minutes,
Lights
you
out.
lost.
You lights out.
You lost.
You're not supposed to be there that long.
You know this.
Hell no.
You're a real gambler. You've always been a real gambler, and you're a short timer. You don't stay at a table long.
They
right?
don't want my action.
No,
because I hit and run.
Well, I got to tell you though, the guys that win, they're all short timers. We don't get to know you. Like we don't
Tell
really get to
everybody
know
about
you.
your background with this real quick. How do you? What's the deal with you and casinos?
Well, I've been working in casinos off and on for years. I came to Vegas and I landed a pretty big job at a casino. One of the big boys on the Strip, And, I mean, I'm basically
So you're
one
a
of the
casino boss.
Yeah, I'm one of the bosses. And, I basically watch guys like you come in. I watch you lay down your first 2 or 3 bets. And I know who you are and what you are right off the bat. It's not, I mean, it's not a complicated process. It's actually an easy gig. It's an easy job. And, I've been a sports junkie since I was 10 years old, like you. And also I realized many, many years ago that I don't have that gambler instinct. I don't know when to push in all your chips. I don't know how to follow the line like
it's probably better that you don't know.
Yeah, no.
It really is, because then you're not hanging around the casino thinking, oh, should I do it now? Do I do it then?
What the reality of the situation is, we love Clint Eastwood, and I always go back to that line, a man's got to know his limitations.
Right.
I learned early on, fresh out of college, that my limitations are that I am not a good gambler. So I never gambled.
And the fact is, if you're pushing all your chips in the first place, you're a damn fool, because you don't push all your chips in.
It's just knowing when to press. So now, like I sit,
or bet the house.
Well, I sit back like you, and I don't get too attached. And so then, of course, the Super Bowl last week, when people are asking us, who do you like? And I'm saying, I like the Pats by 10. I think Gurley's injured, and I think the Pats running game is going to dominate the action. That ends up happening. I didn't bet it, but that's my friends all did. Our people did.
Yeah, but you know what? You didn't outthink it either.
No, because I'm not attached to the gambling.
That's it.
And that's, but I am attached to the games. I'm attached to sports. Me, I love sports. You and I can go at it at any time.
Yeah.
And
on any sport.
At any sport, Well, you lose me in hockey. I know hockey. I definitely know hockey, but you lose me. You
know
Stevie
Devin
Slapshot.
Dubnyk.
I didn't know Devin Dubnyk. I love Devin Dubnyk. I never.
Maybe Santa Claus will get you a Devin Dubnyk jersey next year.
But I'm just gonna give a very, very quick tutorial on how to watch the game of hockey. Don't watch the puck. Watch the action away from the puck. It's a hard thing to do. So when you're watching the guy steam down the left side of the ice with the puck, don't look at the puck. Look away. Look at the guys coming in on the other side of the net, because inevitably that puck's gonna end up where you're looking. So what happens to rookies when they're watching the game? They're watching the puck, and they're not trained enough to follow it. You can watch the puck because you can see where the guy's going to go with it. Your periphery can watch the guys, but the newbies don't watch the puck. As you see the puck coming up the ice, look away, look around, look behind the net, look on the other side of the net, because that's where the puck's going.
But not only that, but watch where that person with the puck. Don't actually look at the puck. Watch the person with the puck, and then look about 15 to 20 feet away and see who's trying to hit them. Because then you can anticipate where the play is going to go from there.
Yeah. See, and that's just a youngster or a newbie to hockey that doesn't really know the action. So that's one of the things I do know about the game. And because I don't have that trained eye like you, I find myself when I'm watching it, okay, there it is. Where's the action? And I always look away. And inevitably, I get to see the goals scored. I get to see like the fabulous shots and the passes and all that, or the near goals and stuff like that.
Well, and a lot of times when you are watching a hockey game and there's a lot of things going on in the net or right around the crease, you can't try to find the puck. All you have to do is actually look at the back of the net to see if the puck moves the back of the net. And you'll find out real quick if somebody scored, but you'll see from your periphery if somebody in the slot, in the high slot, low slot, you'll see if somebody on the point made that shot. You can see there's a lot of traffic in front of the net. Trust me, when that twine moves.
Look in the back of the net.
Exactly. Look in the back of the net.
That's great. I love that. Well, I took the girl we went to a bunch of hockey games, because, we have access to a lot of tickets. So we've been to a bunch of hockey games. She loves the experience here at the T-Mobile Center. She loves the experience with the Golden Knights. And so then we went to the Lakers game last week.
And then you crashed and burned.
Well, halfway through the game, she leaned over and she said, "Hockey's way more fun." And
it is more fun. It is what it is.
It's more fun. I mean,
it's a faster game.
In defensive basketball, it was a dreary game, and the Lakers put on a pitiful performance.
Right. I've been in that stadium during playoff time.
As have I.
Kobe and Shaq was there, and I'll tell you, it rivaled any great hockey
game. The NBA Finals is something to see, folks.
And all the playoffs, and those Laker teams were fantastic, man.
Yes, sir. All right, folks, we're going to be back here on Place Your Bet in just a few minutes. Lots more to come. Maybe take a shift into football for a little while. Don't go anywhere. All right.
All right, we're out right on time.
All right.
Yeah, that's why you watch hockey, right?
Yeah, that's what I do.
I mean, but you got an experienced eye though. Your hockey, your hockey knowledge.
I've been watching hockey for 40 fucking years.
Yeah, you love hockey.
Oh, what, dude? Hockey is the fastest game. It's the most physical game. It's the hardest game to play. There's no question.
Without a doubt.
Yeah,
without a doubt.
Love hockey.
It's a phenomenon.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Frank Robinson passed away, man. I was on the phone with my father when I saw it on the ticker.
Yeah.
And my father was complaining about how much prescriptions are. And he's like, man, this country, they rip us off for prescriptions. And he was going on and on about prescriptions, right? And so as we were talking on the phone, I said, well, Frank Robinson ain't going to have to worry about prescriptions anymore. He just died. And my father went, oh,
well,
man.
That's a tough thing to hear.
Oh, man, because he grew up. I mean, my father watched him in the 50s and 60s. And I never saw him play. I never got to see him play.
I didn't see him play either, but he's a great player.
Just amazing. Only player ever to win MVP in both leagues.
Yeah.
Pretty amazing.
That's
right?
That's pretty exciting.
You know, and listen, so of course I look him up because I do some research on him. So I immediately find out that his high school baseball team, he played in the same team as Veda Pinson and Kurt Flood.
I remember Kurt Flood.
He played on the same team as in high school. Like that's quite a high school team.
Yeah, Kurt Flood. I have a.
Hey man, you in?
I have a photo card, an old baseball photo card. It's hard to explain. I have to show it to you of Kurt Flood and some other guys.
Do you need me to make it for you?
No.
All right.
We ain't using those stinking phones.
We ain't using no stinking phones.
I don't know. Hey, I gave the number out.
Sal the Bookmaker.
I gave the number out. We'll see if anyone calls.
Maybe you want to kill the AC or how we
do you want to?
It's right on my neck.
Are your nipples getting hard? I don't know.
My nipples don't get hard from AC.
Where do they get hard from?
A girl with the initials AC.
No, a girl with the name of Mindy.
Yeah, Mindy's hot, man. But if she hears me talking about her,
Mindy, who's listening? Who's watching? There's nobody watching right now.
Well, you never know, man. You put the Facebook Live thing all over the place. What if they click on it? I'm over there talking about Mindy's.
So
it's not going to work for me.
Well, hey, just
all right, Steve, we're going to bring you in, and you're going to give your opinion. If you have to bash.
Keep your eyes back in the back of your head. Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Now we got the Sports Circus promo.
Pause this for a second.
And you'll bid for more. So you can call in and participate with our chaos.
This commercial's great. It makes me laugh. It's stupid, but it's funny. I've been sitting down all fucking day.
It's a circus.
And we prove it every
I can't
day.
believe you hit that shot. That's great.
Please let the dice stay hot. Let me see the center where that shot. So backwards.
Welcome back to Place Your Bet, everybody. It's Tommy T here with Sal the Bookmaker, and Stevie Slapshot just walked in.
Statmaster Steve.
Welcome, Steve.
Statomatic.
This segment is brought to you by the American Business Trust Company, helping your company with business strategy, sales and marketing, capital resources, and establishing your company with a physical location or on the internet. You decide, Steve. You bring the idea, and the American Business Trust Company can help with the rest. You can visit them online at abtrustco.com. That's abtrustco.com. Or call 657-600-1876. That's the American Business Trust Company. 657-600-1876. Call them today. They can help your business right away. I, of course, got distracted because...
Welcome back in, Steve. Because you're watching the damn basketball. Now stop watching the game and pay attention.
watching Rondo's shot. Now, I got to tell you, I don't even like Rondo. I don't want the Lakers. I'm turning it off. I didn't even like Rondo. I didn't want the Lakers to get Rondo. I couldn't stand him when he was on the Celtics. I've never liked him. I never trusted him. For all I know, he thought he had me set up for my friend Angel Fernandez killed. I never trusted this guy. But so he comes to the Lakers and beats the Celtics, so he can stay.
I have never trusted Rondo either.
I've never liked that cockroach.
He played a great game today.
All the way back to Dallas.
Oh, that was a debacle. Yeah. That was typical. That was typical NBA player. What was it, 7-8 years ago? That was a debacle. Oh my God, the Mavericks trade for him after he leads the Celtics to 2 NBA Finals, and what? He couldn't get along with Carlisle. Like they just ran him out of town. Ugh.
Again, Rondo's your typical me guy in the NBA.
Yeah.
It's all about me.
Me. Exactly.
So you heard about Anthony Davis is going to get the green light to play the rest of the year because the Pelicans were going
He's going to get the green light.
They were
Anyway,
considering. They were literally considering shutting him down.
Okay.
Sports has gotten weird. Le'Veon Bell was a whole weird scenario in the NFL this year, right?
Dude,
Then you
money
got this
has made it weird.
Well, of course. I mean, that's obvious.
Money wrecks everything.
That's obvious. But, you know, what's your take on the Pelicans and how they handled the trade deadline and that trade?
I don't know. What can they do? I mean, when he and his agent come out and do that, what are the Pelicans supposed to do with that now?
Yeah.
Because now they can't get full value for him because the other clubs know he wants out.
Maybe nobody wants to play there because they're called the Pelicans. I mean, they're called the Pelicans because the brown pelican is the state bird, but Pelicans.
I like the name. They were originally the Hornets because they came from Charlotte,
Right.
so they kept the name. I like
they
it
were
when
really the Jazz.
No, the Jazz went to Utah.
I know, but they were
Yeah.
originally the Jazz.
And
But-
that's the best name for a team.
But
in
this
the world.
this particular
Utah
franchise
and
was
Jazz.
originally in Charlotte. This team came
No, I
from
know.
Charlotte, so that's why they were originally the Hornets, and they switched to Pelicans. I was glad they switched. I didn't like them taking the Hornets from Charlotte.
Something else instead
I
of
like the Pelicans. The Pelicans is different. It's not one of those killer birds.
I'm with Sal on this. Pelicans, I immediately think of this bird with a big bunch of fish in its live fish in its mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could see it going back and forth. You know, being up in NorCal. Yeah.
Why would I root for that?
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, it's not very exciting.
In the first segment, I was talking to Sal about I don't know why these teams, these organizations, these cities get so offended when a player doesn't want to play there. I mean, it's not the first time that a player has come out and said, "Look, I don't want to play for New Orleans. I don't want to play for Minnesota." And these teams, they get in a huff, like, "Oh my God, we're so insulted. He doesn't want to be here." I'm like, "Okay, just trade him. Just get rid of him."
Yeah.
I mean, not right away. I don't think they should have got rid of him today because you're right. They wouldn't have got full value. But if I'm the Pelicans, I would simply say, "Oh, you don't want to play here? Fine. We'll get you out of here. We're going to do what's best for us, but we'll get you out of here." Doesn't that seem to be like the least amount of drama instead of acting so hurt? Everyone's so put off by it.
You know, they could have been. They could have kept the Hornets. You know why? Because they could have had basically one Horn player and been the Hornets, right? I mean, come on, they play Jazz in New Orleans, right? I mean,
They
what's
do.
wrong with being the Hornets instead of being the Hornets?
Well played, Sal. I like that. So now, are you talking about fans or are you talking about management?
I'm talking about the way the media, the fans, and management, they all react.
Okay,
Everyone gets insulted. Everyone's insulted. How dare Anthony Davis think that he can call the shots? Everyone's pissed off at him.
Those are three different entities.
No,
though.
I know, but they're all reacted the same though.
Well, okay, but the fans are always going to be pissed off about someone not wanting to be on their team, right?
Yeah.
And they'll hate somebody on someone else's team, and then that somebody will come to their team, and they love him.
Like Danny Ainge. Danny Ainge is the perfect example of a guy that you could only love if he was on your
Right.
team.
All right,
Bill
so-
Laimbeer, same guy.
Yeah.
So that's the fans. The media, they try to represent both sides. They know what's right, but they've got to cater to some degree to the fans to get them to buy what the media is selling.
I watch the media all the time. All day. The media, the guys that are on TV talking, they're pissed, they're insulted. They're like, "How dare he?" Their attitude is, "How dare he?" You know, and they don't like the inmates running the asylum.
Well, the media does that because the fans are watching. The media knows what the fans want to hear. The media wants to stay on the air and sell ads. Therefore, they cater to the fans. So that's I
think if there's a media guy that didn't care that Anthony Davis came out, I think that he would just come out and say it, and I don't think that would hurt his position in the media. I think what the networks want, they want honest media people. They want guys that are
Well,
speak
good
their
luck with
mind.
that.
You know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that they really.
They got to sell
I don't know
ads.
if they really want.
Their job is to create controversy.
What I'm watching are guys aren't acting. They're legitimately insulted that Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Jimmy Butler, and now Anthony Davis, the media are legitimately insulted that these guys are calling the shots. And my take on it is, why be insulted? They have the leverage, or they wouldn't be calling the shots. If you got the leverage, use it.
That's true.
You know, and it's it
But
doesn't
maybe-
make me love these guys.
But maybe the media also doesn't like that they have the leverage.
Yeah, that's what I think.
So
And of course, management
There's
doesn't
certainly
like
some
it.
animosity there.
Yes, and that's obvious. But my thing is, like, no, I don't. My Anthony LeBron was a concern meter. It doesn't go way up. I'm not a big Anthony.
Sudden because
He's like, I don't want to play there. For my take, what's so bad about playing there? They have a pretty good team. They made it to the second or third round of the playoffs last year. They have a good coach.
They got great food there too.
Well, yeah.
Great music.
What's so bad about
Great
playing
entertainment?
there? And then him orchestrating a trade to the Lakers. That's not going to work out. Who says that's going to work out?
I don't.
These guys, they orchestrate these trades. I mean, it worked out perfect for LeBron the first time to Miami, and it worked out good for him when he went back. It worked out for KD, but it doesn't work out for the other guys. How well did it work out for Carmelo?
It certainly doesn't. Well, Carmelo's a different guy. Carmelo's overrated in my opinion.
He's always been overrated.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
He didn't help Denver do anything. He didn't help New York do anything.
But the point is, he worked his way out of Denver, which was a good team. They made it to the Western Conference Finals when he was there. They were a good team. He works his way to New York, and it was crash and burn city.
Yeah, but people go in the basketball world. Players go to die to New York.
Well, that's my point.
It doesn't matter who New York brings in; they're going to die.
But he wanted to go back to the East Coast because that's where his family and friends were.
Also,
and
he
so
hated
forth.
Denver.
Yeah, how'd that work out?
That's my point. Let Anthony Davis make his own deal. Go ahead, because it's not always going to work out for these guys.
Well, you can't do that. See, if I'm management, that's what sticks in my craw. Is that if you want out,
you got a craw?
Yeah,
I didn't know you got one of those.
it's here somewhere. I'll find it. If you want out, that's not really what I want. I'd rather you stay and I can build the team around. But if you really want out, come to me behind closed doors. So now I can make a deal that benefits me.
Absolutely.
If it gets out in the media, I cannot make the best deal for myself.
You're right. The only way that the Pelicans can get close to full value from him is if they end up setting up a bidding war. If they can get the Celtics and Lakers or a third team to go at each other, that's the only way it raises up.
Yeah, but the whole Celtics thing has already been flushed down the toilet anyway.
Well, because Kyrie's saying that now Kyrie's people are very close to saying, I don't want to come back here. It's just
It's the drama.
It's a weird thing.
It's just a bunch of drama that, let's face it, the fans have already been worn out on this. It's like, give us something else.
Yeah,
you got
that's
anything
why.
else? Can you play championship basketball in the middle of the season? That's what I want to know. Give me a good quality product to watch.
Okay, so I have another
keep
question.
me engaged.
I have another question for you guys. So, is this part of the problem? Is because Golden State is so far ahead of the field that you got everybody scrambling underneath them to try to. Is that part of the problem? That Golden State has basically run away from the pack.
Yeah.
I mean, they're Usain Bolt here in a race.
Yeah.
And so all these teams. I mean, I know that the Bulls, when they were winning 6 championships, almost practically in a row. I mean,
they should have won 8 if Mike wasn't caught gambling. But
when they were winning those 6, they had teams that stayed with their players. I mean, the Jazz stayed with their players. Some of these, Portland Trailblazers stayed with their players.
And there was allegiance back then. We don't see that nowadays. But see, you got to remember now, back then, you also did not get a contract on the come. You had to earn your contract, where nowadays you get contracts. The kids coming out of college, they get the mega contracts out of school with no experience. So the landscape is very different. So the allegiance is not there in today's time.
All these leagues are copycat. Every professional sport is copycat. When something works, everybody else wants to do that. So LeBron goes to Miami. They win championships. Now, Anthony Davis wants out.
Jimmy Butler.
Kevin Durant goes to Golden State. So that is what is going to happen now. These guys are going to want to go to and create super teams.
It's interesting. As I brought up the Bulls back in the 90s, I started thinking of the teams that they played in the finals during that era. They played the Trailblazers. They played
the Supersonics.
They played the Sonics,
the Lakers,
the Sonics, the
Jazz
Suns,
twice.
The Jazz twice. Now, all those teams that they played,
they're all very good teams.
They had nucleus. They had a nucleus that stayed together for a long time.
They did.
And they each got their shot. They worked their way into it.
They did.
And it was fun. I mean, it was basketball was fun
then, wasn't
it?
Allegiance back then. That's where I'm going. And I always go back to this because the fans in today's game, they don't have the chance to latch onto a team and hang out with them, buy their gear, because it's not going to be, next year I got to buy something else. Right?
Again, I'm a Celtics fan. Can you imagine if Larry Bird, during his time, was shopping himself around?
Yeah.
What kind of chaos that would have created in the league at that time?
Imagine if Magic did the same thing.
It would have stunk.
Magic Jordan did the same thing.
Yeah, no.
The league would have been a disaster.
It would have, And I always, like I told Sal earlier, I play both sides of the fence because I honestly think they both have a valid point. And I know that we talk about the Seattle Supersonics. That was a great organization for decades up in Seattle. And David Stern, he took that team. He stole that team from Seattle, and he made a side deal with that guy, Clay Bennett. He sold the team. He sold the team from the Starbucks owner to the guy Bennett who owned Oklahoma City, and they always planned on moving that team to Oklahoma City. So that wasn't so fair to the fans either, and that had nothing to do with the players. So the NBA itself hasn't shown that much allegiance to the fans.
I had season tickets in Seattle too. That was very tough for me. I had a business up there. I'd fly up there many times to go watch those games.
I had an ex-wife up there.
The Seattle Center Coliseum. I loved it.
No,
I had an office right around the corner on Republic.
It was a great basketball town.
Yeah.
So, there was no allegiance to those fans by the NBA office. So, and here's the thing. These players are not stupid. They watch what the NBA does. They watch how the NBA makes sure that they fill their own pockets. And these players figured out a way to say, you know what, I want to fill my pockets too.
Yeah, I had so much allegiance I would fly from SoCal to Seattle to go watch basketball games.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it.
And the NBA is not the only. Again, all these leagues are the same. NBA is not the only league to do that. We had the Raiders bounce from LA back to Oakland. We had
and down to Vegas.
We had the Baltimore Colts at 1 in the morning exit Baltimore for Indianapolis
with the Mayflower trucks. They had to leave in the middle of the night. They had to sneak out of town. So that's why I do play both sides of the fence, and I admit it. I defend the players sometimes, and then sometimes I attack them because let's be clear: the NFL and the NBA, there's no allegiance to the fans there either. They're looking at what's the best deal for them.
Look at ticket prices and parking and concession when you go to a game.
$1,000.
They don't care about the fans.
No, hell
absolutely not.
Little things. The owner of the Atlanta Falcons eliminated tax.
That's
little
thing,
things,
yeah.
but little things like that are a big deal, right?
One example out of all these pro teams.
But what did he do? He eliminated tax at all of his
and you get a hot dog and a
concessions.
Coke for $5.
Yeah, and he felt
And a
like,
bag
look,
of
it
chips.
saves time. His big thing was it just saves time.
Right.
So we're not counting out, 31 cents. Yeah, so little things like that make a big difference. But I've always noticed that everyone has got their hands in each other's pockets.
I mean, dude, $16 for a beer here at T-Mobile, which sucks. Then the playoffs, first round is $17. Next round is $18. This is stupid. $20 for a beer? That's the biggest ripoff ever. I'm a season ticket holder, and it pisses me off that they're chiseling me, the person. I'm one of the 14,000 plus that pay the extra whatever, right? So I could be there for the games, and they're chiseling me for $1 here, $1 there, $1 there. How stupid is that?
I mean, but the thing is, what idiot's paying $20 for a beer? You need a beer that bad for 3 hours? I mean, come on. Have a few beers before you go in. Have
I
a few
feel the
beers
same
afterwards.
way. It depends on who you're bringing to the game.
Well,
if
come
you're bringing,
on.
I got to have a beer. Always got to have a beer.
Really? How stupid are you? Well, you
stand
play
that.
right into their hands.
That's stupid.
There's about 10,000 idiots.
I know.
then.
Go get toasted before you walk in there, so you're glazed over and glassy-eyed.
If they weren't selling it for $20, the price would come down, right?
I agree, right? I agree 100%.
That's stupid.
Listen, though, if I'm watching Devin Dubnyk, I'm getting a beer. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, buddy.
Maybe Dubnyk's having one too.
I'm getting a beer. Boo the beer, right? Devin Dubnyk
Booing
plays
the beer.
No,
You should be booing Devin Dubnyk. Hey, answer the phone.
We don't hate Devin Dubnyk. Okay, hold
Grab
on. Let
that
me get
phone.
this call.
All right, Steve. We definitely cannot boo Devin Dubnyk, but I'll tell you what we can do is we could boo the price of beer. And one of our good friends there, Bruce the beer guy.
Right.
God love him. He's out there doing his thing.
Hold on a second.
And
I'm going to put you in after the break.
hold on.
Okay?
Tommy's on the phone right now.
I think if Devin Dubnyk saw that Tommy T was in the arena watching him, he would want a beer.
I know. Don't hang it up. Yeah. All right. So
Okay.
what are we doing over there?
Well, we got 1 minute, so we're going to get to this guy. I don't know who this is. We're going to get to this guy
right.
after the break.
After the break?
And,
Ooh, a
so
tease. We're
he's
gonna
hold
hold.
on. All right.
We're going to hold him over. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So,
So how much time do we have? What do we have?
we have this much time.
All right, we have 45 seconds.
Yeah.
All right, folks, hey, make sure you go to placeyourbet.vegas. Check out the 3 characters. There's Tommy T, there's myself, Sal the Bookmaker, and the 3rd character is a pile of money. And, one day, Statmaster Steve Statomatic is going to be in there as well. You never know, folks. Make sure you go to placeyourbet.vegas. Lots of good stuff there. Pick up 1 subscriptions. And I am 50-4. Back in a few minutes. Don't go anywhere.
92.59%.
Yes!
Okay.
So,
We're out. Perfect time.
All right.
All right.
She's a nice.
Devin Dubnyk, baby.
That's a nice.
Devin Dubnyk.
That's a nice.
I asked Sal about something with the. Oh, I was asking him about. I think it was Eric Holla. Was it who do we get from
Eric Holla.
The Wild?
Eric Holla.
So I asked him about Eric Holla earlier in the year, and somehow the conversation just went off, and Devin Dubnyk.
That's how Devin came up. Yeah.
And but the thing is, once you get him talking about hockey, the guy goes off.
Yeah.
Well, it's this guy here.
I know.
Do you know how badly Vegas fleeced Minnesota? It wasn't just Holla.
No.
What else did
They
get?
got Holla and Tuck
Yep.
because Minnesota said, will you please take these two guys and leave us Dumba, right?
Matt Dumba.
It was Matt Dumba.
Yeah.
Wait, there's a Dubnyk and a Dumba?
Yeah.
You didn't tell me that.
Yeah, Matt Dumba.
Matt Dumba.
Yeah.
And he is a dirty, dirty player
Come
too.
on.
Yeah.
There's a guy named Matt Dumba. I love.
But he's a dirty player, so you can't call him Dumba. He'll slash you.
So,
Isn't that his name?
So for the night saying, yes, we won't take Matt Dumba off your roster, they got Holla
And Alex Tuck. That's hilarious.
Motion at my front door.
I wanted to. Hey, that's what she said. I wanted to see Jason Pominville come over to this team.
That would be good.
I really wanted that.
Where did he
Buffalo.
go? He's in Buffalo now?
Yeah.
From minutes, yeah.
Yeah.
And is he playing well for Buffalo?
Very well.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
No, he's a good player. I always liked him.
I liked him, and
Buffalo got another guy from Minnesota, didn't they? It was Pominville and somebody else
yeah,
for
Scandella.
Scandella.
Marco,
also a
yeah.
good player.
All right, here we go. Put the caller through. Activate the caller.
He's activated. All I just do is raise up the thing.
Turn the volume up. All right, kill the music.
Okay, folks, welcome back to Place Your Bet. I'm Sal the Bookmaker. This segment is brought to you by Kelly Vegas, helping people just like you create and host your very own radio, TV, or multimedia talk show. Kelly Vegas can help you with everything you need to get out of sitting in hours of traffic every day and host your very own talk show in your very own studio. Call Kelly Vegas right now at 949-445-1119. That's 949-445-1119. Again, 949-445-1119. Or visit them at kellyvegas.com. That's CALI Vegas.com. And tell them Place Your Bet sent you. Also, a big welcome to everybody listening in on iHeartRadio on KSHP 1400 right here in Las Vegas, as well as Facebook Live. And I'll tell you what, Tommy, why don't you... you kill that. Kill that. All
Who
right,
do we have on the line?
All right. Hey, listen, caller, turn your if you have your speakerphone on your phone, take that off and talk without it, if you'd be so kind to.
I'm so kind.
All right. Could you do that?
I just
Okay. Caller, identify yourself.
I am the beer man Bruce.
Beer man.
Bruce the Beer Man.
So you paying $20 a beer at the T-Mobile Center?
No, he's just taking tips.
No, just doing what I do, guys. Just like I just got to defend the beer guy.
I got to tell you, I can't hear you.
Well, he's defending the beer guy. It's a very
I know,
valid
hold on,
reason
but
to call.
But I'm trying to hear him.
Can you hear me now?
Now I can hear you.
All right. So the beer. I mean, it's $20 a beer. It's only $16 a beer.
Whatever. Dude.
Only $16.
Let's clarify that.
So here's or 15
or 16.
All right, so here's Bruce running up and down the aisles, and he's got the most distinctive beer call you'll ever hear in your life.
Beer.
What do you got over there? Give everybody a taste of it.
Beer.
This guy.
Beer! Nuts! Right?
Yeah.
That's great stuff.
But everybody needs a beer at a hockey game. Everybody needs a beer, even $16.
16.
How many are you buying a game?
Am I buying the game?
Yeah.
I'm buying 0. Everybody's buying for me.
Oh, wow. How do you pull that off, Bruce?
It's entertainment value. It's just an added value for a hockey game is a nice 25-ounce ice cold beer.
Bruce, do you have any idea on average how many beers you sell during a Vegas Knights hockey game?
Enough to keep everybody happy.
Oh, okay. I was looking for a more specific number, Bruce, but that's fine.
That is a very good political answer.
All right. Well played, sir.
The answer is several.
There's just several, and everybody has a really good time, especially Section 19 and 20, because we have a really good time.
Section 9. I'm in Section 8.
So
I never see you down there.
Bruce, how often do you listen to our show?
I listen now every time I have a chance. So tonight I'm not working, so I am listening to your local show, and I'm very impressed with everybody there.
All right. Well, you know what you just got?
You just got gonged.
You got the gong of approval. You just got the gong of approval, Bruce. That's the highest honor you can get on Place Your Bet.
I love it. Hopefully one day I can be in person.
Come in.
Yeah, come in.
Come on in. We got another chair right here, right between Sal and Steve.
Right, and we got an extra microphone.
Lovely. That's what a sandwich.
Yeah, bring a sandwich and bring some beer.
You can sell beer to the lovely studio audience.
Right. This is very good. Keep on doing the stuff, guys. Awesome show.
Awesome.
All right. Thanks, man.
Much appreciated.
Okay.
All right, bye.
Take care.
Bruce the Beer Man.
Bruce the Beer Man. Give Bruce a big round of applause.
That was excellent. Good job, Bruce. Listen,
Certainly an unexpected call.
I want to give another gong of approval today to Stevie Slapshot. We really love you coming in here, Stevie. You do a great job when you come in. You got such a very, very just specific point of view, and we appreciate it. And we haven't even gotten into hockey. I just learned in the break, not only does the Minnesota Wild have Devin Dubnyk, but they also have Matt Dumba. Oh, my God.
They do indeed.
They got Dumba and Dubnyk.
They have Dumba and Dubnyk.
Oh, I love this team.
Right. Hey, isn't that part of the Drooper Droll?
The
That's
Drooper
good.
Droll. The Drooper Droll was the best, by the way. The Drooper Droll we love.
Thank you. I tried to come up with something funny.
It was,
And for once in my life, I pulled it off.
one thing though is it was kind of prophetic because it turned into a
It
Drooper
was
Droll.
sort of a Drooper Droll.
It
I hadn't
turned
thought
into
about
a
that.
Drooper Droll.
It was kind of a Drooper Droll.
Steve actually made it a Drooper Droll. We got to give you a round of applause there. He didn't know. He said it like a week or two before the
Oh, I
game,
know.
but it was a Drooper Droll.
You know, folks, you can find Steve on a bunch of different shows here on
Steve's
KSHP.
great.
Yeah.
How many shows are you on here?
I don't know. I'm all over the place. I'm on probably 3 or 4 hours a day.
That's
On
crazy.
Yeah,
average,
no, he
different
does.
shows.
You do a fantastic job
Yeah,
here,
thank you.
Steve.
Steve needs his own show.
Yeah,
Maybe we could be a guest host or a guest star.
Listen, if you get your
or
show-
a caller
listen,
on the Steve Show.
if you
Yeah,
get
on the
absolutely.
Statmaster's Statomatic Show.
If you get your own show and you don't want to do all the work, you sit on the other side. I'll handle the board for you.
Right.
Perfect.
I know 10% of what you know, but I can get you through the show. I'll get you through the show. There hasn't been too many calamities here, so it's been pretty good.
Calamity. he
You're
says.
doing
Pretty
a
good.
fantastic
It's one of my
job.
favorite words.
Thank you.
I think it's all that hot pastrami work that you do. It's got you in such good shape.
Yeah. Are you referring to hot Pilates?
Whatever.
Huh?
Pilates,
Are you?
pastrami.
Listen, I did a hot Pilates class yesterday. I did a 60-minute boot camp. Let me
Oh.
tell you something, man. It was fantastic. And I tell you what I'm going to do for you guys, because Sal, you got me on this kick right now. I'm going to Facebook Live one of the classes. I'm going to put the thing
All
right in
right.
front of me, and I'll Facebook Live the whole 60
Yeah,
minutes.
I don't want to see.
that?
I don't want to see any goofy ass poses though.
No, it's a Pilates class. It's a straight boot camp. It's a straight workout.
I don't even know what that means, so it's okay.
Well,
Well,
it's
they wear boots and they do Pilates.
no, the
and
name.
they camp.
Listen, the name
Are there
Pilates
goats
throws you
involved?
off. The name Pilates throws you off. It's just a straight workout. I mean, it's
Yeah, I don't even know
yeah.
what the
I mean,
word
listen,
means.
we do
you know
jumping
what-
jacks.
Really?
We do jumping jacks.
The
I
one
mean,
why
that's
don't they just call it calisthenics?
that's because
Why do they call it Pilates? I mean, it's
that's
right?
how they get the
Hot
25-year-olds in there.
Right, exactly.
That's how they get the young kids in there. They got to make it all new. But trust me, it's a straight workout. I mean, you're doing abs,
But
push-ups.
why do they call it Pilates?
Because it's based around the core. It's centered around like there's a
pile of oddies?
The original
Pile of hotties. That's it. Yes, it's the pile of hotties.
Pilates is probably a Greek or Latin word, right, Tommy?
Listen, Sal, I appreciate any effort at humor, whether it's a home run or not. I mean,
Come on,
Sal's,
that's good
Sal's
stuff.
a humorous guy.
That's
man, I tell
great.
you right
That's
now.
great material right there.
Hey,
Folks, I'm here all week. Make sure you tip your winner.
Sal is good. Listen,
Try the veal.
You'll never get crickets from me, by the way. I don't give. Anyone that says a joke, I don't give crickets.
No, you just get bites.
Yeah, you
So
get
it's
a bite.
a bite in the ass.
And this is punching the audience right in the face.
But I love that. Come on, a pile of hotties. I
So-
mean, what
so-
could be better? Let's get a shirt that says "pile of hotties." I bet it'd be a big seller. Heard it here first, folks. Go ahead.
So, Steve, as you refer to hot pastrami, my workouts, I appreciate it, Steve. I definitely appreciate it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, can we get back to some serious talk here?
I thought
I thought that you wanted to talk football. We were on a kick about how everything was wrong with all sports, which is always a great thing to do on a sports show.
Correct.
All the sports
Steve,
are
you
messed
gotta go
up.
bowling next time we go bowling.
Okay, I'll go bowling.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't know about my bowling career is over for about 3 or 4 years.
Does your thumb hurt?
Are you kidding? The first throw, I busted my thumb.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy's got his own ball. He's got his own shoes and everything.
Yeah, he
They're
knows how
like
to do
90
it.
years old.
Yeah, but it's brand new. It looks brand new.
Yes, because I don't use it. That's why.
See,
I got it 28 years ago.
I'm same as you. I'll go bowling with you guys, but you're going to hear the thumb hole as it goes down.
That's a
it goes
full
down
roll. It's
All right.
okay.
No, but you're
Unbelievable.
supposed to spin it, right?
Well, he's got a
natural spin to his ball.
He's got
spin,
he
it's a
throws a
hook.
great ball.
And at the end of the evening, my thumb will hurt. That's just that.
Listen, you're right, but my thumb hurt after the first ball. I
tore his
tore it at
thumb
the
open on
first
the
ball,
first
on
one.
the first one. And then he's got me playing 3 games.
I don't know what to
bowl
tell you
3
there.
games. You don't bowl 1 game.
Listen,
You don't go there to bowl 1 game.
So
How is that?
you work out every day. You're in great shape, and you can't throw a ball down the lane without.
no, I
You
listen.
can bowl 3 games in less than an hour. You
I
can
did
sit
it.
with hot.
I
with,
did it.
With
No
a pile
problem.
of
I mean-
hotties for an hour. What's the difference?
Wait, listen, I did it. I mean,
say no problem, but apparently your
look,
thumb
I
still
tore it.
hurts.
I mean, I did it with a bum thumb.
Throw the ball
Listen,
right.
I'll tell you right now. If you can get Matt Dumba and Devin Dubnik out there, I'm in. I'm in, man. Right? So talk to me about Le'Veon Bell is back in the news.
Yeah.
All right.
What's he
Now
doing
the Steelers. Now the word is that the Steelers can put the transition tag on him, not the franchise tag. It's another tag. It's the transition tag
we
in
were
an
playing
effort
football.
to trade him. Right. So now, I mean, the Steelers are going to have a tough off season, aren't they? They
yeah.
possibly might have to trade Le'Veon Bell and Antonio Brown and come back with 38-year-old Ben Boo Boo Baby
so
Roethlisberger.
where does Brown go first?
Well, we can
Because he's
probably
the
come up
most
with 3 or 4.
He's the most marketable guy because Bell didn't play all year.
Here's my guess. Jets, Jets, Jets.
You're
I
a
think the
Giants
Jets
guy.
No, the Giants can't have them. They got
No, I
Odell.
see, but you're a Giants.
But
guy.
I think the Jets. They
I
have.
can't believe you're doing the Jets chance as a Giants
Well, I mean,
guy.
because I know it. But the Jets have. They have the money to take him in,
Oh, they have the
and they
other
have the
quarterback.
they have the assets too. They can trade for him. And they have a couple
Is
good
he
young
going to
players.
be happy with Sam Darnold though? He needs a quarterback that can get him the ball with experience.
Well, right, 100% right.
that's why I don't think it's going to be the Jets.
Well, he would be probably happier with Jimmy G over in San Francisco, right?
Yeah, but I'm still not sold on him because let's face it. Remember when he left, or well, let's put it this way: when he got there, he won 4 or 5 games that were meaningless. There was no value to those games. He hasn't proven himself.
But it's better to win the 5 meaningless games
I
than it is
agree.
to lose them.
I agree,
mean,
but
but
he
yeah,
hasn't-
he hasn't proven himself.
Yeah,
I agree
he's
with
not
you.
a proven commodity, so I
agree
don't
with
know
you.
if that's the best
So,
situation.
I mean, it's still. I think
Maybe
those-
he goes wherever Nick Foles goes.
Jacksonville or Miami. What about Green Bay?
No, Green Bay will never take him.
All right.
That's not their kind of player.
Jacksonville, possibly.
Okay.
Yeah, but I can tell you
They've
right
got
now.
they've got a bag of goodies over there. He'd fit right in.
Yeah, but that's a mess, and I don't know if
Well,
Coughlin.
he just
that's
makes
mess.
it a bigger piece
Yeah.
of work.
Would Tom Coughlin and Antonio Brown work?
Yeah, I don't think so.
I got a feeling
You know?
no. on that.
I don't know.
Look,
So where's it go? Does he end up in Cleveland in the same division? No, because of no, that's not going to work.
No, but they keep showing the highlights during the year when he was yelling on the sidelines and ranting and raving, and you think. It's just an emotional outburst, but those things are big. I think if you're screaming on the sidelines at your offensive coordinator and the guy tried to pull him and he pulls his arm away, those things to me, they go way beyond those
Does
moments.
he end up in New Orleans with Michael Thomas?
I told you that they could handle him.
I agree with your point, though. I personally would not want Antonio Brown on
neither.
my team, even
Me
if I
neither.
needed a wide
He's
receiver.
cancerous.
But
And
he is a great player.
he's a great player.
But he's
Well,
cancerous in the head.
Yeah.
right. So I wouldn't want him on my team. I'm not sure I'd want Le'Veon Bell, and I know Le'Veon Bell's a great back, but he caused problems in Pittsburgh. Why
Well,
do I,
both of
why
these
do I want
guys.
problems?
I
They're
gotta-
both problem childs from Pittsburgh.
I'm going to defend Le'Veon Bell more than Antonio
We got a
Brown
call coming in.
because I'm going to defend Le'Veon Bell. It's the same call.
No, pick it up, dude.
Okay.
It's not the same call. It's the same line.
All right, welcome to Place Your Bet.
So would you, if you were in need of a running back, Sal, would you take a chance
No.
with Le'Veon Bell?
No,
Okay.
I would not. Why would I waste my time? Why would I waste my money?
Hey, how's it going?
Why would I put my team in a position to be dealing with a media disaster
wanna
before
get
and
on the
after every game?
I agree with you.
Why would
Sal.
I do it?
I agree with you. I'd rather take a prospect and see if he works out than.
All right, caller, identify yourself.
Caller, identify Anthony Davis.
Hey, Anthony Davis. How about a big round of applause for Anthony Davis?
Hey, this is the Anthony Davis from USC. This is fantastic.
Hey, AD, you got that speakerphone on? If so, try to kill the speakerphone.
I ain't trying to kill the speakerphone. Is this better for you?
Is the speakerphone on your phone?
No.
Okay.
Sounds pretty good.
All right, we're good. All right, what are you up to, big man?
Just tired with all this crazy California traffic and cars breaking down.
That's what they do. Come on, man. You know that. All right, so AD is a friend of the Sports Circus and also of Place Your Bet. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Good.
All right, listen, we only have a few minutes. What's on your mind, big man? What do you think is going to happen with, let's just go, we were just talking about Antonio Brown. Where do you think he's going to end up?
Well, frankly, I'm a little disappointed on how these players act and carry on today anyway. And I think that based on what's going on, he's probably become a cancer. The situation's become a cancer in the Pittsburgh Steelers organization.
Right.
And they're trying to manage that. And does it because from what I there's something drastic happening in Pittsburgh.
Right. Hey, folks, real quick about Anthony Davis, in case you don't know, if you've been living under a rock, this is the only 5-time NCAA national champion, 3 College World Series, 2 national titles in football in 3 years. Also, the first guy on Sports Illustrated to wear the Nike shoe. The first guy in the history of Sports Illustrated. This is the guy. He was the real 2 sports star.
The original.
That was the guy.
And in my opinion, the deserving Heisman Trophy winner in 1974, when the ballots, they practically asked for the ballots at the end of September. It was ridiculous with the Heisman Trophy voting back then.
Well, AD, that's why they got the 80 rule now, don't they?
That's what they tell me.
Listen,
they tell me that voting in that last game. Matter of fact, Sports Illustrated you referred to with me on the cover with the shoe is called the Heisman Trophy cover.
You were the Heisman Trophy. Without a doubt, that was the year that you returned the kickoff against Notre Dame, right? And you led that big comeback. Right. Yeah, that was an amazing game.
It was 102 yards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was talking to AD earlier. I said, you know what? Everyone's got their running styles, and they're very distinctive. And to me, every time I see him run, it reminds me of someone getting doused with a gallon of gasoline and being lit on fire and just running for your life. I've never seen anybody run like this man in my life. Absolutely insane.
Well, somebody said I was running like a convict.
Oh, that's good stuff. All right, Tommy, you got time for a quick question?
I got a lot of questions. Anthony Davis, are you following the other Anthony Davis right now and what he's doing with his team?
Well, it's really funny. If I'm not following it, I get dossed into it because when you say I'm Anthony Davis, everybody starts talking about it. Yeah, I've been following that, and I think that these players are controlling the league now, and I think it's out of control how they can try to assemble and build teams. That's why I said, when I think of the Michael Jordans, when I think about the Magic Johnson who stayed in one team and developed and won championships there, that's the real deal. Now, what these guys are trying to do is commercially get together and make things, and they disrupt everything. Now, if I was a Pelican fan there, I would be very upset because all that money they spent to come see this superstar and not even play, and now they're talking about not even playing him because of the risk of injury, and that's not fair to the public. So,
right.
And the deal didn't happen with him going to the Lakers, so he's going to play out the whole year. I think that puts a bad taste in the public's taste in their mouth about the fact that they're paying this when they want to see this superstar. He's not going to be there, and he's not going to have his heart into it. The fact he said he wants to be traded.
Right. Hey, listen.
I don't think it's good for the game.
Yeah, listen, AD, unfortunately, we're at the end of the show here. We're going to wrap this up. Why don't you jump back in with us, if you can, tomorrow would be great. I'd like to pick this conversation up. What do you think, Tommy, real quick?
I'd love to have you on again. It's just a great honor for you to call in.
Talk again.
Yeah, AD, make sure if you can, I'll talk to you during the daytime. Folks, make sure you check us out, placeyourbet.vegas. Lots of good information there. Check out Tommy T, myself, and the Pile of Money. And folks, we'll see you tomorrow right here on your favorite station. So long, everyone.
Right at 59.50. Okay.
Perfect. All right, tell him. Pick up the phone. Here, give me the phone. What's up, boss? Are you there? Oh, he's gone. I'll call him on the way home. That's fine. All right.
Great. It was great.
All right, good stuff.
All the sales callers are great.
All right, good stuff. All right, folks, and that's going to be the end of Place Your Bet for today, and we'll see you next time. So long, everyone.